I, Astha Verma, Assistant Professor, Sirawatpura Sarkar Institute of Pharmacy, welcome you all to SRIP Edu Pharma channel. Today we will be discussing community pharmacy. Dear students, through this video we will know what is community pharmacy, what are the roles and responsibilities of community pharmacists, the infrastructure and layout of design of ideal wholesale and retail drugstore, types of drugstore, legal requirements to be followed in the running of the pharmacy, and maintenance of various records in the community pharmacy. So let's start with what is community pharmacy. Let's know what is community pharmacy. In simple language, community pharmacy means any establishment or any place or any store which is under the direct supervision of a pharmacist, where the practice of pharmacy occurs or where the prescription orders are compounded and dispensed. Students, it includes both wholesale pharmacy and retail pharmacy. So community pharmacy can be defined as a community pharmacy includes compounding, counseling and dispensing of drugs to the patients with care, accuracy and legality, along with the proper procurement, storage, dispensing and documentation of medicines. Since it deals with the dispensing of medicine, so a community pharmacist should be or must be a qualified person with sound education, skills and competence to deliver the professional service to the community. Let's discuss the roles and responsibilities of community pharmacist. A pharmacist is involved in dispensing prescription medicines to the public. He checks dosage and ensures that medicines are correctly and safely supplied and labeled. He ensures that the patient takes the drug at right time, at right interval and for the right duration of the time. He also advises patients of any adverse side effect of medicines. He also ensures that in a case of different treatments, the drugs are compatible. He also is responsible for selling the over-the-counter medicines. He is responsible for maintaining budget and financial status of his establishment. He also manages, supervises and trains pharmacy staff, other pharmacy staff. He also has to keep up to date with current pharmacy practice, new drugs and their uses. Now let's discuss the infrastructure of wholesale pharmacy store and retail pharmacy store or retail drug store. First of all, let us know what is wholesale drug store. Wholesale drug store is what? Wholesale drug store, it receives the medicines from the manufacturing unit on the payment of money, and it is distributed, and the medicines are distributed to the retail drug store, and the retail drug store, it sells the drug to the patient on the prescription. So the retail drug store, it directly deals with the patient. So for the selection of proper establishment or a proper pharmacy site, it is very much important that a needy town or city should be selected, and the site must be available to the most suitable, and it should be available in the city, and the site of the pharmacy should be at the center of the population to be served to ensure accessibility and convenience. It should be equipped with adequate and free parking facility. If possible, the site should be in the neighborhood of community shopping center for convenience and accessibility of the customers. Now, what is the objective behind the ideal layout design? It is to attract a large number of customers. It is to increase the sales of the store, to reduce the selling expenses to the minimum, to provide customer satisfaction. It should have adequate space for reserved stock, office and resting space. It should have proper entrance for the newly arrived goods. It should project a professional image and improve general appearance, and it should minimize the movement of the customers in the premises of the pharmacy. Thus, it is there should be a proper layout of wholesale pharmacy and retail pharmacy for running the pharmacy. Now, in the current slide, we see the layout design of retail and wholesale drug store or pharmacy store. So, in a case of retail drug store, it should have 150 square feet, minimum of 150 square feet area. You can see the display window here, the waiting area, the rakes, the table and chair arrangement, the freeze for storage of drugs, and the storage space. It should have proper entrance, and it should not it should have professional look. So this is the layout of the retail drugstore. Now let's see the layout of wholesale drugstore. Wholesale drugstore should have the minimum space area of 200 square feet. Here also we can see it has display window, and it has the proper sitting arrangement, and there are racks for the proper storage of the drug, and freeze for the storage of the drugs which require to be stored at low temperature. So this is the overall layout design of retail and wholesale stored drug store. Now let's see the drug distribution model, that is how from a manufacturing unit a drug is reached to a patient. Now through the procurement of raw materials, the drug is being manufactured by the manufacturing unit. Now when it is converted to the finished good, it has been provided, or it has been purchased by the wholesaler, distributor, or it can also go for a repacking. So repacking is a place where the drug is placed into different containers without further manipulation of the drug to meet the needs of specific groups of patients. Now from the repacker, again it goes to the wholesaler, distributor, and from wholesaler, distributor the drug is being purchased by the pharmacy or hospital, or we can say the retail drug store, and from retail drug store the drug is being purchased by the patient on the prescription basis. So this is how the drug from the manufacturing unit it goes to the patients. Now let's see the classification of drug store. On the basis of design, it is classified as traditional drug stores. Now this traditional drug store, this type of drug stores are designed in such a manner that the entire area of drug store is exposed to customers, and such a design has pleasing and professional appearance and is convenient for both workers and customer. Second is the personal service drug stores. In this type of design, the whole of the area is not exposed to the customer, but the customer is required to interact with the drug store personnel at the service counter. During the purchasing process, the customer demands an article and the personnel provides the article. This service and design facilitates maximum interaction between the drug store employee and the customer. The success of the drug store depends upon the convenience and friendly service of the personnel at the service counter. The third comes the prescription oriented drug store. This type of drug stores provide a comfortable waiting area where the customers are expected to wait while his prescription is proceeding. In this type of design, health related items, drugs and prescription accessories are displayed in the vicinity, while orthopedic and surgical appliances are kept in a separate room. Cosmetic and gifts are also arranged in a suitable area in the store. Now next is the pharmaceutical center. So in this types of center, the selling of medicine, convenience articles, orthopedics and surgical appliances are sold, and the store has sufficient floor space and is properly decorated. Now last is the super drug store. In such types of drug store, it has a huge floor area ranging from 5,000 to 10,000 with a square design. The customers have access to almost all of the area in the drug store and can inspect, handle and select article themselves. The design is on self-service pattern except for the prescription department where self-service is not possible. Now let's know the legal requirements for the grant of license. So a license is granted to a person who have the premise for the business and who engage the services of a qualified person to supervise the sale of the drugs. Now let's see how the license is issued in a case of wholesale of drugs and retail sale of drugs. So for the other drugs other than those specified in Schedule C, C1 and X, in the case of wholesale of drugs, license is issued in Form 20B. In case of retail sale of drugs, license is issued in general licenses in a Form 20 and in restricted licenses in a Form 20A. General licenses are the licenses which can deal only in such drug which can be sold in the supervision of qualified person, and restricted license are the licenses which can deal only in such drugs which can be sold without the supervision of qualified person. For Schedule X drugs, in a case of wholesale of drugs, license is issued in Form 20G. In case of retail sale of drugs in general licenses, the license is issued in the form of 20F. Now in a case of drugs specified in Schedule C and C1 excluding Schedule X, the license is issued in a form of 20B. In a case of wholesale of drugs, in retail sale of drugs, in general licenses, the license is issued in the form of 21, and for restricted licenses, the license is issued in a form 21A. So these are the forms through which licenses are issued for the wholesale of drugs and for the retail sale of the drugs. Now let's discuss the conditions for the general license which is to be followed by a licensee. The license should be displayed in a prominent place open to the public. It should be visible to the public. The license should comply with the Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940 and Rules 1945. Any change in the qualified staff should be reported to the licensing authority within 1 month. Precautions prescribed by the licensing authority for the storage of Schedule C and C1 drugs should be observed. Drugs should be purchased only from a duly licensed dealer or manufacturer. So these are the conditions for the general license which has to be followed by the licensee to run his pharmacy. Conditions for restricted license are: the licensee must have adequate premises equipped with adequate facility for the proper storage of drugs to which the license is applied, provided that this condition does not apply to the vendors. The licensee should be complying with the Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940 and Rules 1945. Drugs should only be purchased from a duly licensed dealer or manufacturer. The license can only deal in such drugs which can be sold without the supervision of qualified person. Drugs should be sold in their original container. So these are the conditions which is to be followed by a licensee in a case of restricted license. Now let's see the maintenance of various registers or records in a community pharmacy by a pharmacist who run retail drug store or wholesale drug store. First, he should maintain a legal records in which he maintain adequate record related to the acquisition and disposition of certain drugs, distribution of poison and hazardous substances. Next comes the patient record in which he records he keeps the record in the form of patient's drug history, the type and amount, and he helps and ensures in reducing the drug problem and interaction. And he should also store, or he should also has the record of source of information on the insurance claims and income tax deduction of the patients. Now third is the financial records in which he makes sound decision regarding future needs, inventory requirements. He maintains it for evaluation of past operation, planning of present activities, forecasting needs and controlling the activities. He analyzes the revenues and expenses through the financial records. It is helpful in measuring the return on investment, and it ensures the profitable operations. Here we have come to the end of our video on community pharmacy. I hope you have understood what community pharmacy is and about wholesale and retail drugstore. Thank you for listening.